Attention Green Nation! A quiet, but potentially seismic shift is taking place behind the scenes in the NFL, and it could change the course of the NFC East. The ripple effects may directly impact the Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run. And here's the most shocking part: a division rival might be on the verge of a major stumble. Stick around until the end, because this story goes far deeper than it first appears. But before we dive into this bombshell, if you're a true Eagles fan, make sure to support the community by hitting that subscribe button, turning on notifications, and sharing this video with your fellow Birds fans. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers together and make this passion soar higher than ever. Now, let's get to the heart of it. If you've been following the Eagles' off-season moves closely, chances are you've picked up on some whispers, subtle rumors that casual observers might have missed. But here, we dig deep, and the truth is, these murmurs could mean a whole lot. We're talking about strategic decisions, roster restructures, and surprising names coming up in conversation. One of those names making its way back into the spotlight is A.J. Dillon. Yes, that A.J. Dillon. The running back who came in with high expectations after signing a one-year deal with the Eagles might now be facing a real possibility of being cut before the 2025 season even begins. A lot of people might be asking, wait, wasn't Dillon supposed to be part of the offensive plan? And that's where things get interesting. Trusted sources indicate that the team is seriously considering releasing him and moving him to the practice squad, a move few saw coming. So, what's the reasoning? It all comes down to the current depth in the Eagles' backfield, with Saquon Barkley firmly established as the starter after signing a contract extension. The pecking order among the running backs is already set, but the front office is looking ahead. The goal is to build a backfield with long-term sustainability, and in that picture, Dillon might end up being the odd man out. And there's another factor: a new name making waves in open practices and mini camps. Rookie Will Shipley out of Clemson. The youngster has displayed explosiveness, vision, agility, and an impressive ability to catch passes, all of which have been turning heads within the coaching staff. He's quickly emerging as a strong candidate to be Barkley's primary backup. The Eagles' track record shows that they value flexibility and youth across the roster, especially in physically demanding positions like running back. Betting on Shipley fits perfectly with that philosophy. So what does that mean for Dillon? Well, if he gets released, he could become a valuable option for other teams, particularly those seeking depth at running back without pushing the limits of their salary cap. And this is where the New Orleans Saints come into the picture. The team is currently facing uncertainty with Alvin Kamara, who's dealt with significant injuries and may even request a trade. Even though they have players like Cam Akers and Kendra Miller, the Saints might see Dillon as a smart, versatile, low-cost veteran option to heat up the competition. His hard-nosed, physical running style fits the traditional mold of New Orleans' offensive identity. If the Saints are smart, they should strongly consider offering Dillon a 2-year deal, even a minimum contract, to add depth and stability. But they're not the only ones watching. In the NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys are also keeping a close eye on this situation. With an unstable backfield and relying on names like Jaden Blue, a rookie, Miles Sanders, and Javonte Williams, they remain vulnerable to injury. Dillon could be a solid RB3, a reliable third option ready to step in when needed. On the West Coast, the Los Angeles Chargers are another team to watch. After drafting Marion Hampton, they're still looking for a dependable name to share the load with Austin Eckler, who's getting up there in age. Dillon's versatility could be extremely helpful, not just as a backup, but in specific packages or even special teams. But this story isn't only about which team might sign him. It's also about the roster-building chess match in today's NFL. In a hyper-competitive landscape like 2024, teams are always looking for inexpensive veterans who still have gas in the tank. With his size, experience, and solid receiving skills, Dillon fits that mold. And if he hits the open market, it wouldn't be surprising to see a small bidding war break out. Back to the Eagles, their main goal remains winning in the present, without losing sight of the future. Signing Barkley, the rise of Shipley, and the carefully structured backfield all point to a well-crafted plan. This is a team that's focused on the now, but with a clear vision for the next 5, even 10 years. That's why decisions like whether to keep Dillon or move on are part of a bigger, more strategic picture: managing cap space, developing talent, and ensuring long-term competitiveness. And let's not forget, the Eagles have a proven reputation when it comes to building a roster. Many of their Pro Bowlers were mid-round picks developed in-house. Their recent defensive success is also A result of this long-term vision,